Hi, it's Katie and welcome to my corner of the world. Okay, so today it is time to shop my stash for November. Before we get into my little mystery bag of goodies and what I chose to use for November, we're going to review December. So let's start out with my palette for October was this little Petite Pro from Viseart. This was a nice palette. I enjoyed using this. I think I used just about every color in like every pan in here. Or it was beautiful. That might have been the one I didn't use, that kind of more orangey. A gold. Definitely used this one a lot. Just on like inner corner, and I also used the shimmer a lot. Very pretty. I enjoyed using this. Great formula. Definitely a keeper. Other palettes that I used last month, I have the ColourPop Welcome Foolish Mortals. I really enjoyed this one. And you can see I got a lot of use out of it. Used this one and a lot. This is Endless Hallway. I kind of set my eye with that one, or sometimes with Corridors of Doors. Well, apparently liked to set my eye with things referring to hallways there. I used this one a lot. That pretty. But definitely used almost all. I don't think I used the blue at all because I wasn't sure quite what to do with that one. But really enjoyed this. Enjoyed ColourPop's formula as usual. I think this might have been the last thing I purchased from ColourPop. The other one I used also from ColourPop was the Witching Hour. This is from Hocus Pocus. This was their second time doing a Hocus Pocus palette. Again, I enjoyed it. I don't think I enjoyed it quite as much as the Haunted Mansion one. You know, I just got back from Disney like a week or so ago, and we didn't do the Haunted Mansion. It's like one of my favorite must-dos, and didn't get a chance to do it because we just didn't have that much time in Magic Kingdom. But yeah, I used these a lot of times. I think I used these at like with another palette. But I do love this palette, and I really need to reach for it more next year. Alright, so that is the Witching Hour. And then at the end of the month, in fact, you may not see the haul before you see this. I did get from Ulta Beauty the Blushing Blooms palette. This is their formula. It is very nice. It is the colors I was looking for. Is it the best formula I've ever used? No. But it did last. It did throughout the day. It is very pretty colors, everyday colors that I use, and so I will continue to use it. It was, I believe, $20. So check for this like on Black Friday and Ulta sales, because it'll probably come in even cheaper. But it is a very nice palette for what it is. Okay, continuing on. Highlighter this month, I used the Illamasqua. It's a beautiful highlighter. It's not going anywhere. Even though I'm not using highlighters much, it is just so pretty. The way the light catches it. I did use the Pat McGrath Divine Bronzer. It is a very nice bronzer. I think next year needs to be, this year was like all about learning my foundation. I think next year needs to be all about finding my like perfect bronzer, because I just can't seem to aim it. This one is definitely a contender. It is not super warm. It comes off a little bit more orangish on camera than it does on my actual skin. And especially if like I turn it more to the side and you can see like where my freckles are and everything. So this is definitely a contender. It is a little bit cooler toned as far as a bronzer, and that's what I need. Speaking of Holy Grail foundations, these two are not it. They, in combo, these are fantastic, and I don't mind using them at all. It's the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Makeup, and I have it in 1C1. I really need like one and tone up from this. Like if they had a 1C2 or 2C2 or something like that. Whatever the next one is, this one is just a little light for me. And so I combine it with the 20C from Koki. This is their long wear foundation. I love this foundation. It is like $13. It's a great one, and for drugstore budget friendly. I use 20C. This one is just a little bit dark for me. So the two of them combined make a perfect foundation for me. My favorite is the Dior, but that's in my travel bag and I have to travel again, so I figured I'll just keep it there. Foundations that did not work, the Patrick Star One Size Turn Up the Base. I got this in the Icon box and it's just a little too warm for me. I have very cool tone on skin. You're probably like, yeah, Katie, that's cool tone looking. It is just too yellowy for me. I end up looking very yellow. Oh, and then it dries down and kind of goes more peachy orangey, and it is a wonderful foundation as far as coverage goes. Wearability, it is just not a good color on me at all. So I don't know, I'm gonna play around with it because I hate to give away this much foundation. Maybe I can neutralize it with this one because the Koki is almost out, so maybe I'll try these two together and see. This is the Beauty Blur Balm, and I do think it does blur well. Like I said, it's just the wrong color. All right, it's a little too yellow for me. Okay, blush, I'm continuing to try to use up this Purely's BB cheek color. This is in Cool Mauve. It's about time for this to go. I'm going to keep trying to use it up by the end of the year. It's getting a little chunky, but it's a very pretty color. I do have another one of it. I have a sample size. This is a full size one. I think all of the ones I've gotten have been from IPSY, but I still have like that much to go. So, it's getting thrown out at the end of the year no matter what. But it is a beautiful, beautiful color. Also, cheek-wise, I was using the Be a 10. This is Be Lively. It is a very pretty color. This is probably what I wore most all month long was this one. And probably between these two is what I used the most. One I used the least, and I think I just kind of forgot about it, was the Benetint from Benefit Cosmetics. I think it was I just forgot about it because it was in a drawer and not out because this one is really, really pretty. I just used it the other day. It's great for like when you want more of a pinky color. And you can use it on lips and cheeks. I mainly just use it on cheeks, but always a great one. Okay, back to eyeshadows for a second. Single-use shadows. I pulled this one by IPSY. This is Yoga Pants. I was hoping this was going to be like a great like one and done, and for me, and the color is really pretty. I felt though like it almost made me look like I didn't get enough sleep. I feel like it shouldn't. Like, it picks up like a glow. The other thing is, though, that by the end of the day, it was creasing like crazy, and I did not like that. Like, I looked and it was like chunky on my lids, and that's not pretty. So I don't know about this one. This one and will probably go when I declutter. The other single shadow I had was another ColourPop one, and also in the Hocus Pocus line. This is To Be Young and Beautiful. Oh, don't we wish? I really only used that once. It is getting very dry. I just used it on top of like as a topper, but it's very pretty as a topper now. So I don't know. This is probably also on the chopping block come December. Mascara, I had added the Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is a very nice mascara, up there, or not quite up there with my Lancome Idol or my MAC Stack, but very close. Like I will definitely continue using this one. Had no problems with it. Continue to use the e.l.f. Liquid Poreless Putty Primer. I am almost done. I mean, you can see where I am. I am there. So this is going to be gone next time. I'm hoping. I like that. I really like this. I rebought it, so I must like it a lot. Lippies, I mainly used the Ulta one that was part of like their vault from a couple years ago at the holidays. I wish it had a color on it because I love the color. I am so glad I rescued this one. I was about to declutter it, and I reach for this all the time. I even got compliments on it at a work meeting the other day. And then the only other one I reached for really was this Sheer Shine from Koki Cosmetics. This is in 50. Ooh la la. And you'll see it's not that different there. So just a little bit of a different formula on it. This one lasts like all day, but it does feel a little drying. This one does not last all day, but is much creamier and more hydrating and has just that hint of shine to it. So both of those are staying around. And the last thing I thought I would just mention is that I've been using the L'Oreal Spackle Mist with Boost with electrolytes. I've been using this as my setting spray. It's okay. It's very, very fine mist, which is good, but I don't think I would repurchase it. I have other ones that are cheaper that I like better. So this one, and once it's done, I think is going to be done. It's good. I'll continue to use it until it's gone, but after that, probably not. All right, let me get this out of our way here. Okay, let's take a look at what I will be using for November. So first I have my little bag of goodies. These are little bags that I put together with what I call my eyeshadow palette of the month. And then it has like little samples of stuff that I want to try out and use up. So kind of a turn and burn type thing. Now, the palettes, I can tell you exactly what I had for the early months. This time of year, I have no idea what is in here. It really is a mystery bag of goodies for me. So let's see what I will be trying out in November. Okay, first I have a daily microfoliant from Dermalogica. It's a powder. It is a powder. Ooh, that's nice. Smoothing, brightening, powder exfoliant. Okay, so you just put like a little bit of this in your palm, get it wet, and then and use it like you would any other exfoliant and wash your face and you just rinse it off. This is nice because it is a powder. You do end up getting a lot more in and a lot more uses out of something like this that's a powder. And TSA doesn't have any issues with this. Then I have a volumizing serum in moisturizer from Kors. I love the Kors line. And I definitely need some serum in particular. Or I need some moisturizer too. I have finally used up almost all of my little mini moisturizers. So I have this one and whatever I have in December's. And then I can start working on my big ones, which I have a ridiculous amount of. So happy to get this and use this up. Oh, what is this? Oh, I have a vitamin C serum also. This is from Butter. I think I got this in a sample. Yeah, here it is. This came in something from IPSY, I think. Is it IPSY or no? I think it was Sephora maybe. Yeah, the vitamin C serum. Apply 4 to 5 drops to freshly cleansed and dried skin, massage in a circular motion, and then it says follow with their moisturizer, obviously, because this was like a freebie. I don't have their moisturizer. All right, so I'll follow it probably with the Kors. I've been trying to try out different samples of perfumes this year. In fact, I think I have about as many cards for next year. This is the Versace Bright Crystal Eau de Toilette. And it says it's going to have like Yuzu, Iced Accord, Pomegranate, Peony, Magnolia, Lotus Flower. And then it finishes with like a musk and vegetal amber. It's supposed to be flower, fruity, and musky. So let's see how it smells. It's a little floral at the beginning. We'll see how it dries down. I'm not a big like floral person. I'm much more of those end notes of musk and amber. So we'll see how it dries down. And then before I get to my palette of the month, I have a Nourishing Scalp Pack from Cold Press, the avocado, with banana. This is a hair mask. Oh, this is nice. I like when they have the little closure up top here because especially with my hair now, I don't think you guys have seen it unless you noticed it like in a very small corner when I did the customize with me for my icon box, but I chopped my hair like big time. So I definitely don't need a lot of this. Prior to this, my hair probably, I would have gotten like maybe 3 uses out of. I can probably get about 10 out of this now. And my palette of the month is the Ofra. This is the Signature Symphony palette. I love this palette. I got this in an IPSY sale a couple of years ago. It also came with a lippy. I don't know if I have the lippy anymore, but I still have the palette. I love this palette. It is getting a little dried out. Oh, but it is just like pinks and purples, and then it has this like beautiful gold shimmer in the center there. Oops, that one didn't pick up very well. So that is what it looks like. They are so beautiful. Oh, I absolutely love this palette. I'm so excited to use this one this month. So those are kind of my turn and burns. What else do I have in here? So let me pull out the palettes. I grabbed a ton of eyeshadow stuff. This is eyes. Okay. I think that's everything I grabbed for eyes. Yeah. Okay. So I grabbed 3 other palettes and I grabbed a brown liner. Been getting back into using my top liners. I haven't for a while, but I'm also using, it wasn't a very good swatch. I had it on its side. It goes on so super smooth and buttery. This is from Huda, the Creamy Coal, and it is in Very Brown. I don't usually use black eyeliners, or they don't tend to look as good on me as the brown eyeliners because I have blue eyes. This one I grabbed, this was a Color Pop from 2022. It was the Year of the Tiger, and I couldn't turn it down because I love tigers. But I have rarely, if ever, used it because I'm not a huge fan of orange. So this was like, I stupidly bought because it was Year of the Tiger. And now I'm like, why did I buy these, like, quote unquote, collectible things? But I definitely think some of these, like that one, will definitely get used. This glitter one, and probably not as much because it is like micro glitters. Like I can, when I put my finger in here, I can really feel all the little glitters, and so I don't really want those getting in my eye. And then this shade is the one that kind of scares me the most with that orange. And then we have the brown. So I definitely think I can get use out of this. The brown and the gold, like these two, I will totally use those. Maybe I'll see if I can use those more of like two and done. And so I want to get some use out of this. I want to try it at least before I decide whether or not I'm keeping it. Because keeping it and not using it, I'm like, why? Why would I do that? We're very much going to be doing a rehab here next year. And then I also, well, let me start with the Nomad one, the Hudson Valley. I mean, this screams fall. November is definitely a still fall. And the Hudson Valley, it means a lot to me. The Nomad palettes I seem to buy when they really mean a lot to me. They have other meanings than just the colors. The Hudson Valley is definitely one of those. My grandmother, after she came from Ireland and settled in the Hudson Valley, and that's where my mom grew up, and I remember going up there and visiting my grandma all the time. She actually lived right in Sleepy Hollow, like right down from the famous bridge. So this palette means a lot to me in that way. The color story is somewhat my color story, somewhat not. Again, I'm not a huge like orange and yellow. Those warm tones, just I'm not a fan of. This one, the Great Pumpkin Patch, it's not as, it's somewhere between like a orange and a brown. So that one I would possibly use. You see all that glitter? That's all from that Color Pop one. Oh my God. I'm also kind of afraid, like these three and possibly that one, I'm like, I don't know about. And all three of the shimmers are kind of like, I don't know about. So half this palette is a definite yes for me. Half of it is like, I don't know. But I've definitely used Oktoberfest a lot. I have used Wine Market, a very beautiful burgundy. Let me get that in there. There, it is very deep, so I definitely need aid. And I think that's one of the problems with this one is there's not a lot. You have some lighter shades over here, but I find it hard to do a look with this palette unless it's like a brown or kind of a grungy green. I mean, look, like these are the ones I can do. I'm sure they probably mean these also to kind of go together, like these three and these three, but I just can't envision it enough as I can over here because they have these lighter shades over here. Like this one is so easy to go Ghost Tour, Apple Cider Donut, and Farm to Table. Set, kind of mid, the crease, and that one would be my liner and outer corner. Those three are so pretty together. All right, like I can totally envision a look. So, but I definitely want to use it. I pull this out all the time in the fall because it is an amazing fall palette. So we have that one. And this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is the Fall Romance. So again, wonderful fall palette. This one also has deeper shades in it. I may have to grab something that has like some lighter shades, but this one at least has shimmers more that I will use. I will use Crown, Fireside. Look how pretty that is. And then Moonlight is gorgeous. That purple and Smoke. And then of course down here we have Midnight, which is a deep, deep purple. So let me swatch those for you. So we'll start with Midnight. Look how gorgeous. This is Crown. This is Fireside. That is gorge. This is that Moonlight, that lighter purple one. Grab some more of that. It has like that one does not want to. Is that hard pan already? That one has a little bit of a shift in it. And then this one is Smoke. So those are absolutely gorgeous. I will definitely get a lot of use out of these. I think this palette in combination with this one, because this has more of the glitters that I will use. Definitely have a brown purple month here because the Symphony palette also had a lot of browns, or a lot of purples. So let's just go with the rest of, oh, I do have one more eye one. I do have from One Size, this is the Eye Popper, or so Patrick Starr. This is another one. It has a ton of glitter in it. This one is not, like you can definitely feel it, but it does sheer out. This is another one I kind of wanted to try as like a one and done. And because I'm really looking for that one and done. They seem to be super popular. I really don't want to spend, though, like $30 on one eyeshadow. Oh, so this one is definitely a contender in there for that. But we'll see how it performs on my eyes. Cheek-wise, I grabbed my Natasha Denona Cupid Cheek Duo because I haven't used it yet. I mean, I've used it in the past, but not for a long time. So I was like, it is time. So there's the blush. There's the highlight. The blush is a creamy formula. The highlight is more of a powder formula. So very light highlight, which is what I've been liking. Beautiful color on the blush. Just have to kind of work it out. And hey, if you combine it with some of the glitter that I've been using, it is like a blush and highlighter in one. And so I think I'll get a lot of use out of that one. I grabbed two other blushes. This is I talked about the cool tone, the cool mauve Purely's BB color. This is there also a blush glow, and this one is Sweet Rose, so it's going to be kind of a pinky color. So that is it right there. So very baby pink. I can tell the difference in how old the other one is getting with this one. This one is super fine. There's no chunk. It doesn't feel chunky at all. Look how pretty that is. It's just a light pink blush. And then the last one I grabbed was the monochromatic multi-stick. This is the e.l.f. This is in Sparkling Rose. It can be used both as a blush and as a lippy. Okay, so that is the color there, a little more peachy, which it doesn't look like it would be. I'm trying to figure out if this has the glitter in it or if it's, yeah, this has definitely some shimmer to it. I have so much glitter now on my underarm. And so a lot of blushes this month. I'm trying to use everything by the end of the year, so I go into kind of my declutters knowledgeable about things and not just like, oh, I didn't use it. I mean, there is that, the I didn't use it, so why would I keep it? I did grab 2 bronzers also for that same reason. I got the Benefit, this is the Hoola Light. I have the regular Hoola, which is a beautiful bronzer, but it is very orangey on me. So this one I think might actually be too light. Like you can't really even see it there. You can see it a little bit, I guess. So we'll see if that actually works as a bronzer for me. But and then I have the Milk Makeup. This came, I think, in the Sephora Favorites calendar. And this is in Baked. Now, when I first looked at this, I thought, oh my gosh, that is going to be way too dark for me. I even thought it was going to be too dark for Emily, my 13-year-old. There we go. But we went into, a Sephora at Kohl's, and I tried it, and it sheared out so well. It was not nearly as dark going on. So that is what it looks like when I put it on. Like, it does. It looks super orangey and super dark. But look how well I can shear that out. So I definitely want to give it a try. If it's still a little dark for me, I don't think it's going to be. It might be the perfect shade for me. It would definitely work for Emily. She has a little bit more of a warmer undertone than I do. So something like this may work better for her. Just to show you, this is that Patrick Star one again, so it's completely dried down now. So I definitely want to give that a go for a one and done. For highlighter, I have the Juvia's Place. Of course, there was the one in the Natasha Denona. This is a loose powder. So it is, you need the littlest, tiniest bit here. In fact, that's probably too much. But it is just so pretty. It just catches the light. So there it is, right there. It just catches the light, gives that little bit of glow. That's what I'm kind of looking for in highlighters right now. So, I'm glad I picked this up to use it. I was ready to probably declutter that one, but 2 more things. I needed a night moisturizer. I am completely out of that. I've been to kind of get rid of all the smaller ones. I've been using them day and night. But now that I am, like, this is my only small one left now. I'm going to pull this one in. This is from Avant, the Shea Butter Hyaluronic Vitamin B3 Seawater Sweet Almond Age Nutri-Revive. Has hyaluronic acid in it. And I pulled in my huge Clinique Take the Day Off Cleansing Balm. I don't know, my cleansing balm has been like disappearing kind of more quickly than I thought it should. And it's my Elemis, which I'm not happy about because it's expensive. So I'm going to pull this one in, so at least I know this will last a little while. So that is it. Okay, so here is a view of everything that I will be using in November. Let me know if you have tried any of these and what you think. Did I do a good job of choosing appropriate November items? That is it. That is all I have for you today. Until I see you next time, have a great day. Bye.